Good morning, dear children. I hope you all are fine at home. Welcome you again to the Google Classroom of Sri Gokulam Public School, Guruvayur. Let's recall what all things we have discussed in previous class. Yes, we were discussing about thunderstorms, cyclones, and precautions to be taken during lightning. So, dear children, today we will be discussing that how cyclones are formed. Now let's learn how cyclones are formed. Before entering to this topic, let me ask you a very simple question. What are clouds? Yes, what you see in the sky. Later it results in rain. So clouds are nothing but water vapor. Now think of another concept when water changes into water vapor. So what do you need in order to change water to water vapor? Yes, we need to heat water. So when you heat water, it changes to water vapor. So heat is required to change water to water vapor. Now what would happen when the reverse is taking place? If we want water vapor convert back to liquid. So in that case, what should happen? From water to water vapor, we provide heat. But we want water vapor back to water. So at that time, heat will be released. Heat is released to the atmosphere. So when it is released to the atmosphere, so what is the heat doing? The heat will warm up the air in the atmosphere. So when you release heat in the atmosphere, air in the atmosphere will get heated up. So what happens when air gets heated up? Yes, we have already studied when air heats up, it expands, it becomes lighter, and therefore the warm air will start rising up. So air warmed up and warm air rises up. But as the warm air rises up, what happens? There is a movement of air involved. So that is nothing but wind. So when the warm air rises up, as a result, pressure will be decreased. So basically, the wind speed will increase. So it has to be accompanied by decreased air pressure. So as the warm air rises up, a low pressure area is formed. And due to this pressure drop, what happens? Now you have low pressure area at one point and everywhere else is a high pressure area. So what will happen? All the air from the high pressure area will try to move towards the low pressure area. So more and more air rushes to low pressure area. So this is the low pressure area created. So air from all the sides, high pressure area will try to come towards the low pressure area because we have already discussed that air always moves from region higher pressure towards the region of lower pressure. So as a result, more and more cool air will converge towards the center. And what is this center? It is nothing but low pressure area. But when you look this from top, you will see that there is a center. So inside is like a hollow, and that hollow inside is nothing but the low pressure area. And around that low pressure area is the winds, which are like spiral inner rotating and moving in very high speed. So this is how cyclone is formed. So dear students, it is not a special phenomenon happen. The same thunderstorm. During thunderstorm, if there is too much of rainfall, more rainfall means more conversion of water vapor to liquid water. So more heat is released. So more air is warmed up. So warm air when rises up, low pressure area will be created. And the creation of low pressure area is an indication to start a cyclone. So that's how cyclone happens. Now let's discuss structure of cyclone. The center of a cyclone is a calm area. It is called the eye of the storm. Cyclone is a rotation of air in the atmosphere at height of around 10 to 15 km. The diameter of the eye varies from 10 to 30 km. It is a region free of clouds and has light winds. Around this calm and clear eye, there is a cloud region of about 150 km in size. In this region, there are high speed winds of about 150 to 250 km per hour and thick clouds with heavy rain. The first indication of a cyclone can be observed when strong winds start flowing and pushing away the water from shores. Damages caused by cyclones. Water in the water bodies gets pushed towards the shore, which is indicative of an approaching cyclone. This sudden force of water can wash away everything on the shore, leading to loss of life. It appears like a water wall moving towards the shore. As a result, the sea water enters the low-lying coastal areas, causing severe loss of life and property. It also reduces the fertility of the soil. If a cyclone is accompanied by strong winds, nothing can stand in its way, leading to a huge loss of life and property. A cyclone is also known as hurricane in the American continent and typhoon in Philippines and Japan. So what we have discussed today? We have discussed that how cyclones are formed. So dear students, all of you please read the textbook. I have attached the URL video and notes to the classroom. And please all of you attend the test paper and post it. See you in the next class. Till then, take care. Bye.